And Marku gets it. So we are working with some technical difficulties here. Our apologies. If you're tuning in to check out what happened during the women's games, I'll try to get you the answer. But we got one last 10-minute sprint to work with. And it's Cyprus and Ireland in a rematch of pool play. Marku, the marksman. He gets a little bit of separation, but undershoots the 2. Oh, that's not good. So Ireland get possession. Botmas, the Blunt. Blunt and Flood try to work the two-man game, but Blunt travels. So possession back to Cyprus. As mentioned, these two teams got here by virtue of beating Kosovo. And in case of Cyprus, Malta. No scores on the board yet. Botmas. Behind the back, loses to Wilson. Blunt on a drive, bumps, flips, but an offensive foul as Jordan Blunt forces his way. So it's Marku the marksman underneath, no score yet. And it remains that way. Botmas now hangs, can't connect. Marku from the corner. A wild 2. No whistle on the floor. Marakos, that's a mismatch, but a miss on the shot and then a foul on the floor. So both teams looking a little tentative to start this game. If you're just tuning in, our apologies for the technical issues we had earlier. We try to get back to you as soon as we can. Blunt with the spin cycle, left to right, right to left, and he gets Ireland on the board. There's Marakos all by himself, and it's 1-1 all of a sudden. Botmas sizing up Marakos. Botmas, no. Rebound tapped around. Marku out of bounds. And it will remain with Cyprus. So just to get you all updated, the women's finals and the ticket to the Europe Cup was punched and won by Azerbaijan. I'm just now getting that info. Score unclear, but Azerbaijan will be in the Europe Cup. Tracy stuck on the baseline. Tracy, no good on the shot. Ireland get it back. Flood from range. Connection, no. So the score in the women's game, just to get back to you, was 21-18 in favor of Azerbaijan. And a foul for that one. Blunt has been on a physical tear throughout the tournament. Started heating up in that second game yesterday against Cyprus and continues the trend. So Jordan Blunt with an opportunity to tie the game. Ireland, as mentioned before, has not made it into a main draw of the Europe Cup, discounting the under-18 Europe Cup in 2018. Marku the marksman unloads the clip. Blunt pushed off his spot. There's Botmas. Botmas to the cup. Botmas with the big Euro step. I've never seen anybody break ankles on a Euro before, but Botmas got it done. Trechakov picking up his shoes. Marakos. And that's 3 seconds back to the basket, taking too long. Tracy with the good defense. Blunt takes a seat. And Flood handles the Wilson. Flood stops on a dime. The midi is money. Marakos now working on Flood under the basket. A fake and a make for Marakos. The big man gets Cyprus a lead yet again. Bodmas on the move. Bodmas crosses up and sauces up. When Bodmas puts his head down to get to the rack, there's no stopping that man. Tretyakov. Wow. That shot came right out of a horse game. Flood, no, gets his own rebound. Yes. Marku gets a little bit of separation. That is a very heavy contested two. Quick turnaround. Tracy's open. Tracy can knock those down. Back irons it. No box like a bad game of Tetris, though, on Cyprus. And Tracy gets a second look. Don't you give him that. Don't you give him that. That man can knock him down. Give him some respect. 9-7. Marakos with the okey doke. Up and under. Scores are wild. Tracy, same spot, different result. Marku gets it back after Marakos hits it off his arm, unintentionally. So a timeout on the floor in a very tight game, very much like that game these teams played yesterday. Again, a 21-19 victory for Cyprus in pool play. In a game that was close down the stretch, but where Ireland picked up a big lead. They were up by 5 halfway through that game. Cyprus whittled away at the score. Made it a 19-19 tie, and then Marku drained a two-point shot to put the Irish to bed. Now, this is a fully different game, of course. But just to let you all know what happened yesterday. Tretyakov. Tretyakov in that game got injured. You can see him playing with that Band-Aid, or bandage around his head, rather. Cut above his eye, and it was bleeding profusely. He needed some medical attention there. But has come back out today and has done work. Georgiou says thank you. Blunt fouled on the play. And that is the third foul on Cyprus. A free throw coming up for Jordan Blunt. In a game that's tied at 9 as we approach the halfway mark. One last spot to the September Europe Cup. Who joins Denmark, Serbia, Netherlands, France, Austria, Lithuania, Germany, Italy, Latvia, Switzerland, and Hungary? Will it be Cyprus for the second time in 3 years, as they placed in 2023 as well? Or will it be Ireland for the first time ever? Marku. And a whistle on the floor. That's an offensive foul. Fourth on Cyprus. Flood. Behind a screen, hand in his face. And it just missed the mark. Marakos on the drive. 2 big steps and a missed layup. A foul, though, is called. And Marakos now will step to the free throw line. The Irish at the bonus. Next defensive foul on Ireland means 2 free throws for Cyprus. The big man from Cyprus secures the free throw. Ties the game again at 10. And a travel on Blunt as he's hopped on the catch. And again, those travel rules are sharpened slightly. Not the rules maybe, but the focus this year. You'll see a lot of turnovers coming out of check balls or catches by players. As just happened. Cyprus, they go down to Maracos yet again. A bump and a bucket for the big man. Cyprus now up by 1. Blunt. Blunt working left to right. He gets it to Bodmas. Bodmas foul on the floor. So fresh 12 for the Irish and the 5th foul on Cyprus. Cyprus hasn't lost a game out here in Pristina. And again, they were in this spot last year, losing to Azerbaijan. They get a quick turnover and a quick layup. Maracos again. After a subpar semifinals, he's woken up and much needed. Bodmas with the pass, Blunt with the finish. Marcu. Separation from the corner. And Maracos has his back, but can't finish the play. Blunt working on Maracos' baseline, forces up a shot, and the game is tied yet again. Bodmas way off into deep end. Now it's Maracos trying to answer with a 2, and he gets it to go down. 14-12, Flood with an answer. Off the mark. The Irish keep the ball. Back to Flood. Working on Marcu. Flood drives to the rack this time. He gets bumped. Foul on the floor. 6th on Cyprus, who are now also at the bonus. And we've gotten to our second TV timeout. And this one's a nail-biter, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 14-12 lead for Cyprus. And this is how they got there. It's been the big guy, Kyprianos Ioannis Maracos, the 31-year-old. Not only working underneath the basket, but bringing the range as well. In a game where the marksman, Marcu, your tournament's leading scorer, is not scoring all that much. Marcu, by the way, in 3 games played at 29 points, almost 10 per. He brings it consistently, but usually does so late in games. Better watch for him in that last 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Bodmas crosses. Bodmas stuck, but the spin cycle somehow gets it up to near the basket. It's a miss. Georgi with the board. Marcu, ooh, that's out of bounds. Slipped out of his hand. Some frustration showing from Marcu. He's telling Georgi, give me the ball in the right spot. Some fire from the marksman. But Ireland back to it. Bodmas. Back to Flood. Flood behind the screen. No space for a shot. He gets it to Treacy. Treacy. And Treacy's fouled. So Matt, Kevin, Spencer, Treacy. I'm getting all his names out. Trust me. We'll step to the stripe for 2 free throws, as that is the 7th foul on Cyprus. Treacy showed he had ice in his veins, ending that last game, the semifinal game, with a 2-ball. And first free throw is good. Could tie the game up with the second one. And he does just that. 14-14 to score. Trechakov left him in the dust. Flood touched earth. Treacy with a 2. Down. Now Ireland's up 1. Back and forth we go. And a turnover on Cyprus now, it looks like. Georgiou with the frustration. Marco's back out there. He'll take a seat, but Ireland in possession. They are up 1. Blunt lost it. Maracos and Marcu trying to work a 2-man game. Marcu on his way to the rack. Euros past everyone, but misses the shot. Flood now is wide open. Flood drains it. Let it fry. 2 for the price of 1. 18-15 Ireland could be on their way to the Europe Cup. Morocco's brings it back to 1 possession. And a turnover on the Irish, who looked like they were jumping ahead on that flood shot, but now give up a bucket and then turn it over right away. 2:28 left in this finals game. Who will pick up that ticket? We'll know, and I think we won't need that 2:28, to be honest with you. We'll get the 21 before that. You trust me. High post look, and now a whistle on the floor, so Cyprus will step to the stripe for 2. That's number 7 on Ireland. And Trechakov with an opportunity to pull his team back to, actually Marku with an opportunity to pull his team back to a tie. So the marksman ices the first. Second one is good as well. 18-18. So it's a 3-point game. Flood gets free. Chechakov gets that sent back. Get it out of here. What a defensive play by Trechakov, who gets a mid-range shot to go down as well. Cyprus now in the lead. Blunt. Botmus on his way to the rack is all by himself with the yamage. A 19-19 game as a result. And we are right back in the spot we were in yesterday in pool play. It was Marku ending it then. A 2-ball will end the game. We get a timeout first. A game to 2 for a ticket to Copenhagen, to the Europe Cup. Bodmas with the yamage came through, flying through the lane, but it was Trechakov with the block. Before that, and the midi gets Cyprus to 19 first. They are in possession of the rock. And they got the marksman on the squad. Can they get it done? One shot to punch a ticket. Forget about the game clock. 2 minutes left. We won't need those. Cyprus come out with Trechakov, Maragkos, and, of course, Marku. They get Trechakov a look. Marku, a look at the basket. Flood gets it. Flood gets it back. Bodmas. Bodmas is by himself. 2 scoops, no cone, just straight cold. Bodmas ends the game, and that's a bod man. 21-19, and Ireland take up that ticket to the Copenhagen Europe Cup. Look at how happy they are. What a game by the Irish. The luck was on their side with that last shot. And Bodmas got dialed up from long distance, and he picked up the call.